So I want y'all to know that this is deeper than just copying and pasting. Copying and pasting is for you to get in the bag, but you also got to get in your studies. You're not going to copy and paste to a million, okay? You can copy and paste to give yourself some cushion, right? To give yourself, your account some leverage. But while you're copying and pasting, you need to be taking 1 hour to 2 hours out of your day to really study. Let me study a kill. Let me really understand what a kill is talking about when he talks about market structure, right? Now, I Am Academy is the top trading platform, right? So it's going to be here for a while. More and more people every day is joining I Am Academy. But I want you to look at it like this. If the entire academy went away, can you walk away and say, oh, I know how to trade. I know market structure. I can set some trades on my own. Can you really say that? You know, a lot of you on three-way calls, and you do three-way calls with your mentor and whoever brought you in, you say, yeah, I'm teaching one coach. Well, yeah, I can do an hour. I can really do 4 hours a day. But then you can't even hop on a Zoom call an hour out your Saturday. Right? You can't even hop on a recorded go live session on a Sunday morning. But we can scroll through Facebook for hours and celebrate everybody else's wins. Well, it's time to celebrate your own wins. Okay, so don't get into a space listening to people saying, oh, you're doing that Forex thing and you know that don't work. It does work, but it has to start with your desire. So one thing I want y'all to know, going into that Pro Trader Signal group, getting live training from Akil, before you start that, and this all starts on Monday, before that start, you need to really lay out your desires. You need to lay out your desires. What do you really want? Okay. What do you really want? How much money are you really looking to make out of this? Okay. Who are you looking to take care of? Like, really lay out your goals. Because you're about to get the skill. All right. It's the success formula is desire plus skill times faith equals success. So once you lay out your desire, you're about to get the skill. So as you're going through the skill, what you need to work on is your faith. Work on your belief. And I guarantee the success is going to come. Lay out your desire. You're getting the skill. You're about to get major skills from a multi-millionaire. This ain't just the I Am Academy platform. You're about to have access to Akil. So all you have to do after that is strengthen your faith and know that you can make 6 or 7 figures. Out of 100% of people that trade, only 24% actually see success. 76% of people fail. And it's not because it doesn't work. This is almost an $8 trillion per day market. I wish somebody would tell me this don't work. This is almost an $8 trillion per day market. What separates that 24% of people that win versus the 76% of people that don't win is their faith. And then they probably not getting proper mentorship. Y'all got that. Right? They probably not getting proper mentorship, and then they don't have faith, that they can do it. All right. So this is deeper than copying and pasting to pay a phone bill or car note. All right. The top 3 things people come to this platform for is not only money, but to free up time. Just imagine if you can hit 6 figures. If you can compound your account just to a minimum of $100,000, would you really stay at your job? right? Would you really keep dedicating and giving your time that you can spend with your family, yourself, put back into your spiritual, mental, and physical body to give to someone else? Right? And a lot of people are realizing, all right, mute your lines, family. A lot of people are realizing that. This is why you go into stores. I went into a store yesterday. I'm trying to find something for Pro Trade. I'm like, can I try this on? Oh, my dressing rooms are closed. I'm like, oh, you about to close the store? No, I just don't have enough staff. People are realizing like this pandemic hit and people like, look, bro, I got to do something else. But once the people had the opportunity to be at home and really see that family time is valuable, a peace of mind is valuable, people are not looking to go into jobs that heavy anymore. So you have a vehicle in front of you. You have a vehicle in front of you where you can easily grow money. So once you lay out your desire, while you're getting the skills, I'm telling you, work on your faith. And we're going to get to it. We're going to get to the bag. So let's get straight to it. So when it comes to traditional Forex, a lot of people in this organization, a lot of you started with HFX. And HFX is Forex, okay? I don't want you to think it's something different, okay? It's just high frequency. It's just scalping on steroids, okay? But still the foundation of traditional Forex, once you learn the foundation of traditional Forex and you understand market structure, when you come back to HFX, it's going to be a piece of cake. This is why for me, just looking at Cash Trap and reading Cash Trap is so easy for me, because I understand market structure, right? I started trading with no indicators, right? I started trading just marking my zones, marking support and resistance, waiting for break and retest. That's how I came into this organization learning how to trade, really pretty much using the kill strategy, right? Of above and below. And all he does is find zones of support and resistance, okay? So I want you to first understand that when it comes to trading traditional Forex, when it comes to trading high frequency and crypto, it's all based on market structure. It's all based on the same thing. So don't overcomplicate it, okay? It's just that when we're trading traditional Forex, that's going to be done in MetaTrader 4, okay? And when you're trading HFX, that's going to be done in different platforms like Pocket Option, VIA Forex, Race Option, and so forth. Okay, so if you don't have MetaTrader 4 right now, go ahead and download it. Put it on your phone right now. If you have never downloaded it before, go ahead and download MetaTrader 4 right now, because that's exactly what you're going to need for next week. You're going to need MetaTrader 4. Okay. Now in MetaTrader 4, we're doing the same thing. We are we're day trading. We're day trading and scalping different currencies. You also can not only currencies but commodities like gold and silver, US oil, also crypto. Okay. This is where crypto is actually, this is where the movement of crypto is traded. I know you hear a lot of people coming into this organization hear a lot about, buying into the coins, and that's great. We do that too. We have that on the platform, but understand that we have tools like Swipe Coin Scalper that allows you to get in the bag straight from MetaTrader 4, okay, by inputting those trades into MetaTrader 4. All right. So 5 basics of trading. Going to be 5 basics of trading. Number 1, proper risk management. Okay. Number 1 is proper risk management. I just want to get something pulled up to put this into perspective for everybody. All right. So understand that when it comes to using MetaTrader 4, it's going to be a little bit different from HFX. So you're not going off of dollar amounts. You're going to be using lot sizes. And I'm about to show you that and break that down for you. Okay. you're going to be using lot sizes. So you start off with a micro, okay? For the minimum lot size is a micro 0.01, okay? So that's not 1 cent. 0.01 is not 1 cent, okay? Somebody tell me, somebody that's been in it. We're gonna make this interactive. You ain't gonna just hear me talking through the whole call. I need y'all to interact with me. Somebody tell me a lot size of 0.01. What is that? How much is that in the market?
$0.10.
10 cents per pip. Okay, 10 cents per pip. All right. I know y'all probably like, what's pips? I'm gonna give y'all some things to study too. Right? But 10 cents per pip. So if I have a 20 pip move, right? If the market is moving 20 pips, how much am I profiting on that particular trade?
$2.
$2. Okay. So for every $100, you want to use a 0.01. For every $100, you want to be using a 0.01, 10 cents per pip. That's proper risk management. Okay. So if I'm using a 0.01 for every $100, what's going to be my lot size if I have $300 in my account?
$0.03.
Okay. And if I'm using a 0.05, how much is in my broker's account?
$500.
Correct. Correct. Now let's move down to the mini lot sizes. All right. So for every $1,000, I'm using a 0.10. 0.10 is not 10 cents. Okay. Because again, we're not using dollar amounts when it comes to trading in MetaTrader 4. We are using lot sizes. Okay. So that 0.10 is not 10 cents in the market. That's going to equal $1. $1 in the market. And this is very important, not just for your gains, but also your losses. You need to be using the proper lot size. Okay. You need to be using a proper lot size. Same thing applies here. Okay. You're going to start off seeing, if you, the less you have in your account, the less you can put up for a trade amount. Okay. So it's going to be all about growing and compounding your account. If you want to see more growth, you have to simply put more money into your broker's account. Okay. But the same thing applies here when it comes to proper risk management. How much you put up for a trade amount not only is going to help you, going to be useful for your profit, but also for your losses so that you do not blow your account. Okay. So for every $1,000 that you have in your broker's account, you're going to use a 0.10 lot size, which is $1. Okay. $1 per pip. Okay. So if I have $4,000 in my broker's account, what lot size am I using? What's the proper lot size to use?
0.4. Oh,
okay. Yep, 0.4. All right. And same thing would apply going forward. If I have 5,000, I want to use a 0.50 lot size, which will be $5 per pip. Okay. Now moving down to the standard lot sizes. Okay, if you have $10,000 in your account, is when you use a standard lot size of 1.00. That's not $1 in the market. That's $10. $10 per pip in the market. Okay, if you have $20,000 in your account, you want to be using standards of 2. Okay. If you have mutual lines family. All right. And if you have $30,000 in your account, you want to be using lot sizes 3.00. Okay, which will be $30 per pip. All right. Now, as you grow and start compounding your account, right, using different trading plans, it may be different for the amount that's in your account. Okay, but when you're copying and pasting, for sure, you want to make sure you are using a proper lot size for how much is in your account. Okay, I feel like if you have $100 in your account, there's no exception. Like you should be using a 0.01 if you have $100, right? When you have a little bit more in your account, that's different, but you should only be doing something different if you have a set strategy and a set trading plan. If you have a set strategy that you have mastered, is the only way that you should be doing anything different okay? But when you're just copying and pasting, you want to be using proper risk management and using the correct lot size. Okay, does anybody have any questions on that before we move to the next thing? Any questions on that? All right, cool. Cool. So let's move to the next basic of trading, which will be how to count pips. All right, so I am going to get MetaTrader pulled up for that. Get MetaTrader pulled up. All right. So let's talk about how to count pips. I know my chart has got some things on it a little bit, but let's pay attention to, first, let's go to a traditional pair. Okay, let's look at GBP USD. All right, the market is closed, so it's not going to allow us to put a trade in, but let's take a look at it real quick. All right, so the numbers that's on the right side, those are your pip numbers. Okay, I know when it comes to HFX, it's just basic entries, right? Oh, that's your entry number. But here we call them, in this world of traditional Forex and MetaTrader 4, they're the pip numbers, okay? And pretty much how you would count pips, okay, you take that decimal and you move it 2 places to the right. Those 2 numbers behind that decimal is your pip number, okay? I know you probably think like, okay, what about the very last number? The very last number is the pipette, okay? That number really doesn't count, okay? In the world of Forex, we really don't count the pipette. It's there as a placeholder, but we don't count it. So the numbers that you're going to be counting when you're looking at a Forex, mutual lines family, when you're looking at a traditional Forex pair, you're going to be moving that decimal 2 places to the right. See who is that? Okay, you're going to be moving that decimal 2 places to the right. And those 2 numbers behind that decimal, that's your pip number, okay? So let's just take a look right now where we at. Right now, GBP USD, price is sitting at 1.38683, okay? That number that's highlighted in gray. That's where current price is, okay? 1.38683. All right, somebody tell me, what's gonna be my pip number? What's my pip number?
138.68.
Well, when we move the decimal for us to find a for us to start counting pips, what's gonna be my pip number that I'm gonna use to count from?
68.
Yep, so 68. So let's just say I'm looking at GBP USD, okay? Right now it's sitting at a level of support. And let's just say I want to buy it up. I want to buy up 20 pips. Okay, I want to buy up 20 pips. What's going to be my take profit pip number from 1.38683?
1.38893. Wait, where am I at?
Okay,
1.38.
138.88.
Yeah, so 1.388. Yeah, 1.38883. That's going to be our take profit. Okay. Does everybody understand how we got there? If you don't, unmute your line. Tell me. This is the time to ask.
Did you just add 20 to the 68? Is that what you did?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Because when we move that decimal 2 places to the right, that 68 is the number that we're looking for to count our pips, right? Yes. So if I want to buy in 20 pips, that's correct. If I want to enter a trade to buy up 20 pips, that's correct. That's exactly how we'll find it. Okay. Now somebody tell me stop loss. If I have a 30 pip stop loss, what's the stop loss pip number?
$38.
Give me the full number.
138.38.
Yeah, 1.3838. Correct.
1.3838. Okay.
Mhm. Okay, now I want to explain some things to a couple people that this may be new to. So we know that when the market is at the floor, okay, when it goes down to the floor, it has to do what?
Come back up.
It has to come up. Okay. Right. So whenever we say that we want to go in for a buy, you simply want to take that number where it's sitting at, where price is sitting at, that entry, and count up. Okay. Now our stop loss is our safety net. So our safety net is going to always be in the opposite direction. And our safety net is there because we know that the market, we can analyze the market, but sometimes it's not predictable, especially if it's some major news. Okay. So our safety net is there in case the market happens to turn around and go in the opposite direction so that we don't blow our whole account. Okay. So every time that you want to go up and profit, you want to buy up from a floor. Okay. Every time you want to buy up from a floor, you want to make sure that your take profit is above your entry. So 1.38683 is our entry, and we're going into this trade for a buy. The number should always, our take profit number should always be above. Okay. And if we're in a sale from 1.38683, okay, which means that we're at a ceiling. And when the market hits the ceiling, it has to come back down. So if our entry is 1.38683 for a sale, then we know our take profit needs to be below. And then our stop loss needs to be above that. If that's making sense, if that makes sense, drop some 5s in the chat box. If you have some questions about that, unmute your line. Unmute your line if you have some questions about that.
Okay, you know what? Could you repeat that again?
Yes. So I want you to write this down, Tracy. When price is on the floor, we buy. Okay. When it's at the floor, we buy. When the market, when price is at a ceiling, we sell. Okay. So right now, just what I'm looking at real quick, price is sitting on the floor. And we want to buy up. Okay. And let's just say 1.38683 is our entry. If we want to buy, our take profit needs to be above that price because it's sitting on the floor. So anything sitting on the floor, we always want to push. We always want to go up. So if we're already sitting on the floor and we're buying, our take profit, this is where we actually collect the check, collect profit from that trade. If 1.38683 is our entry, our take profit should always be a number above that. Okay, vice versa if we're in the sale. So if price is at a ceiling and it hit a ceiling, let's think about price like a bouncing ball in a room. I make this example every time because this is the best way to visualize it. That ball bounces on the floor, it has to bounce up. Okay, when it bounces up and hits the ceiling, it has to drop back down. Okay, so when that price is sitting at the ceiling, okay, that means it has to come back down. So let's just say, for example, what we're looking at 1.38683 is our ceiling, and we want to sell. And let's just say we want to sell 30 pips. Okay, we want to sell 30 pips, Tracy. What will be my take profit? I'm gonna give you two options to make it easier for you. Will my take profit be 1.38883, or will my take profit be 1.38383? If we want to sell,
it'll be 8.3.
it would be
high.
No.
1 point. Wait a minute. 1.38. No. What was the other number? Two numbers. I'm sorry.
So would it be 1.38883, or would it be 1.38383?
It should be 1.3883 because that's the higher number. That's the part we want to sell. Because right?
No, but that's not where we want to take profit though. Okay.
Okay.
So let's just say our entry is 1.38683. Okay.
Okay, I got that part.
we want to sell. So 1.38683 is our ceiling. So in order for us to make profit, in order for us to win that trade, and we're selling, we need a number below that. So that's going to be the
okay.
1.38383. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's move to another pair really quickly. So that's how we count pips for traditional Forex. Okay. Now let's talk about, now some pairs within the traditional Forex market that's counted a little bit different. And that's going to be all your pairs NN and JPY. Okay. All your pairs NN and JPY. This is the only time you don't have to move the decimal. Okay, you just want to look at the two numbers behind the decimal. So you don't have to move it 2 places to the right, because if you move it 2 places to the right, then you're sitting at your pipette. And we remember, we don't really use the pipette to count. Okay, so all pairs ending in JPY, I want you to write this in your notes. All pairs ending in JPY, we do not have to count. I mean, we do not have to move the decimal. We just count the two numbers behind the decimal for our pip count. Okay, so right now price is sitting at 109.592. All right, if I want to buy the market, I want to put in a trade and I want to buy 10 pips. I want to gain 10 pips. That's my take profit. Somebody tell me what's going to be my take profit number.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
So my entry is 109.592, and I want to buy 10 pips. Somebody tell me what's my take profit pip number.
109.602.
69.
Yep, 109.692. Okay, so the same thing applies. It's just now you don't have to move the decimal. You just want to look at those two numbers behind the decimal. Any questions on that, anybody? All right, we good on that? Okay. Now, real quick, let's talk about crypto real quick and how we look at that. Let's talk about how we count pips on that. Where's Bitcoin? Oh, okay, I'm overlooking it. All right, so let's talk about crypto real quick. Now, crypto, you just look at it in dollar amounts, okay? You look at it as a dollar amount. So 47,000 right now, price is sitting at about $47,030.07. Okay. So I want you to understand this. For every dollar that Bitcoin moves, that's 10 pips. For every dollar that Bitcoin moves, that's 10 pips. So right now is at $47,030. When it goes up to $47,031, that's a 10 pip move. Not a 1 pip move, that's a 10 pip move. So every US dollar is 10 pips when it comes to crypto. Is everybody clear on that?
Yes.
Okay. So if I just won a trade of 100 pips on crypto from, I'm gonna give y'all a number, from $47,113. Okay, let's just say it's even at $47,113. Okay, that was my entry. Okay, and I just gained 100 pips from that entry. What was my take profit?
$47,123.
Correct. Okay, so when y'all see when they dropping those moves from DCX swipe coin and they like Ethereum just did 2,000 pips, 4,000 pips, it's still good, right? But it's not as drastic as it really sounds. because for every $1 that moves, that's 10 pips. Okay. So that's how you would count pips when it comes to crypto. That's how you count pips when it comes to crypto. All right, same thing for gold. All right, now let's talk about how to place a trade. That's going to be the third basic. So we talked about proper risk management. We just talked about how to count pips. That's the hardest thing for people to do, how to count pips. So if you understand that, you own to something, okay? And it's going to take practice. All right, it's going to take practice. So we got that. And then number 3, oh, John, what you say no to? What you got a question about? Or you saying no, you good, or no, you need clarity?
No, you was asking if you got it. I mean, you was asking, are you something? But no, I don't need any help.
Okay, cool. All right, so now the third thing, how to place a trade. How to place a trade. So let's talk about that. Now, it's 5 different types of pending orders. I want you to write this down. 5 different types of pending orders. You got market execution. You have a buy limit. You have a sell limit. Okay. You got buy stop. You got sell stop. Market execution, buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop. Okay. Now, market execution, you pretty much, you going in, you execute the market wherever it is, wherever price is, you're executing that trade right at that particular point going into the market. Okay. So whenever you're going in market execution, you're not going to have a stop loss and take profit. I'm sorry, you're not going to have an entry. You're going to have a stop loss and take profit only. You're not going to have an entry. Okay. Because you're not setting an order and waiting for it to get to a certain point in the market. You're going straight into the market wherever it is. Okay. You're going straight into the market wherever price is. So for example, let's look at Bitcoin. All right, let's look at Bitcoin. So let's just say I hopped in for a, let's just say I hopped in for a buy. Okay. I hopped in for a buy. Okay, I just went straight to where it says trade at the top. And I just simply want to hit buy. Boom. Okay. Put myself right into the trade. I know y'all probably think like, why you didn't put in a stop loss and take profit? Number one, when you go in there market execution, you want to find the best entry, right? Based on where price is. You don't want to wait and input your stop loss and take profit and then you miss your entry, okay? You don't want to miss your entry by doing that. So you want to go straight into the trade first. Now, this is the ideal thing. Ideally, right? You're copying and pasting. So you're going to have your stop loss and take profit given to you. Okay. And you can go back and modify that. I'm going to show you how to modify it. Right. So ideally, you're going to have that given to you. Okay. And to be honest with you, if you're not a seasoned trader, you shouldn't just be going in market execution. If you haven't figured out where am I taking profit at and where my stop loss needs to be at. Okay. So if you're not a seasoned trader, you shouldn't be doing that anyway. You should be copying and pasting until you understand how to go in and place your own trades. Okay, that's number one. But if you're going in market execution, you simply want to press buy or sell, whichever direction the market is going in. All right. Now, how you go back and put in your stop loss and take profit, you simply hold down on your trade and hit modify. Okay. You simply hold down on your trade and hit modify. And then you will put in your stop loss and take profit. You will put in your stop loss and take profit from there. Boom, you hit modify. So now when I click on my trade, it's protected. I got my stop loss, I got my take profit in. Okay. That's the same thing you would do for the other trade. I'm gonna just delete this one. But that's the same thing that you would do for any trade that you go in market execution. Okay, is that clear? Does everybody understand that? If you got questions, unmute your line and everybody clear on that? Okay.
You said this is really for like seasoned people, right?
No.
So if it's
Not
just
no,
okay.
not necessarily. No. I mean, if you're going into a trade like without a stop loss and take profit already in mind, you should not be doing that unless you're a seasoned trader. Understand this. We have access to a group chat where we're going to be getting signals thrown out. Okay. So signals mean that you're going to be given your entry. You're going to be given a stop loss and a take profit. Okay. So let's just say if Akil called out a Bitcoin trade, he said, okay, buy market execution on Bitcoin now. First thing that you should be doing is, and he gonna give you a stop loss and take profit, okay? But the first thing you should be doing is going straight to where it says trade. And if that trade idea says buy market execution now, you should simply be going in and pressing buy by market, okay? You should simply go in and press buy by market. Then you want to come back and modify and put in your stop loss and take profit. That's given to you, okay? Because right now what you want to do is you want to get comfortable with copying and pasting. We about to be getting trade ideas from a millionaire, somebody that done flipped millions a couple of times. So I'm definitely trusting anything Akil throws out. Okay, not only that, from the platform, we have Swipe Coin, right? And that's monitored by a lot of top investors that's on the platform, like Nick Gomez, Crypto Picasso. So I'm trusting those as well. Okay, so get comfortable with copying and pasting. And being ready for a stop loss and take profit. So what I'm just showing you now is how to put in a trade. But what I'm saying is you don't want to just be going in Bitcoin alone, right? Pressing buy and sell, and then you don't know what your take profit and stop loss is. That's what I meant when I said if you're a trade. I'm sorry, what was your question? Oh, that's somebody else's line. Okay. So that's what I mean when I say if you're not a seasoned trader, you shouldn't be doing that unless you have a stop loss and take profit already set. Okay. So that's market execution, family. That's market execution. Now let's talk about the other orders. Let's talk about the other type of orders that we have. One second. Talk about the other orders. Okay, give me somewhere. All right. So now the next type of order is a buy limit. Next type of order is a buy limit. With a buy limit, you're gonna have an entry, which is price. Okay, in MetaTrader 4 it says price. Okay, but you're gonna have an entry, a stop loss, and a take profit. With market execution, you just had a stop loss and take profit. Again, because market execution, you're going straight into the market, wherever price is. You're going straight into that trade, okay? But when you are setting an actual order and you're waiting for price to get to a certain entry or certain price before you go into that trade, you have to set that in your MetaTrader. Okay, so buy limits won't allow you to enter a trade without an entry. Price equals entry. I want you to write this in your notes. Price equals entry. So when you see price, it's just simply asking for your entry. A lot of trade ideas and trade signals that you're going to get is going to say entry. So don't be confused like, well, what's price? That's entry. So you're going to be given that, your stop loss, and your take profit. Okay. So let me explain what a buy limit looks like. All right. So what a buy limit looks like is, remember, when market gets to a floor, when it hits a floor is when we buy it up. So with a buy limit, what it's going to look for is it's going to wait for price. It's going to be up, and it's going to be higher up somewhere in the market. And it has to come back down to hit a level of support or a floor. And that's when it throws you in to buy your back up. Okay. So a buy limit is this. It's somewhere higher up in the market. Okay. Let's just look at it, think about it like this. Is that another ceiling? is waiting to get down to a strong level, to a strong floor, a strong level of support before it jumps back up for you to take profit. Okay, so as it's up, and once it hits that floor is your entry. Okay, that floor is your entry. So let's just say price is sitting up right now. Give me 1 second. Price is sitting up where it's at right now. Where I just marked that red line at, that's my floor. So when price pulls down to that red line, which is my floor, okay, that's gonna be my area where I'm gonna be entered into the trade. That's my entry, okay? And then from there, I'm gonna be automatically put into that trade, and it's gonna buy back up to my take profit, okay? So how I will enter that, let's see. My entry is 46,673, okay? 46,673, hold on, let me see. Okay, so that's my entry. Let's just say, okay, this next level here, I'm gonna just put my stop loss at 46,523, and my take profit is gonna be and I want you guys to put this in your demo too so you can see it. If you can, put it in your demo. 47,264, 47,264. All right, so 46,673. Stop loss 46,523. Take profit, what did I say? 47,264. Okay. All right. So when you put in a buy limit, the numbers are gonna look like that. It's gonna look like that when you put in a buy limit. Okay. This has not activated. Once it's activated, you're either gonna see red numbers, okay, which means that it's pulling back, or you're gonna see blue numbers, which means that it's in profit. Okay. But when you're seeing these numbers, this white number, and you see where it says buy limit, and these numbers are white, it's just it's still moving in the market. It has not reached its entry to activate. But once it activates, you're gonna have blue numbers running, or you're gonna have red numbers running. Okay. Now, once you set a stop loss and take profit, don't go into your trade changing that. Okay. Unless you know you did something wrong and put in the trade, trusting yourself. Okay. But if you've copied and pasted the trade idea from a millionaire and you see red, do not close out of that trade. Okay. That trade if it has a stop loss, and a take profit, you have nothing to worry about. You want to set it and forget it. You want to copy the numbers, you want to set it and forget it. Okay. But that's how you would enter a buy limit. And that's what a buy limit is going to look like. Okay. A buy limit is going to look like that until it's activated. All right, let's talk about a sell limit. Sell limit is the same concept. It's just that now we're flipping the numbers around. Okay. So with a sell limit, it's going to start down. Oh, give me 1 second. Okay. So with a sell limit, it's going to, give me 1 second, y'all. All right, it's going to be sitting at a floor. Okay, it's going to be sitting at a lower level in the market to push back up to a ceiling, because when we get to a ceiling, we sell, right? So it's going to be sitting at a lower level of the market to pull up to that ceiling to drop back down to your take profit. Okay, so this movement that you see here, this up and down movement, we know that the market doesn't just move straight up, it doesn't move straight down. Right? If it did, we would all be catching bags every single day, right? So a sell limit, pretty much in a buy limit, they move with the movement of the market, the up and down movement. Okay. So if we had a sell limit in, it will probably be somewhere lower in the market. Okay. This red line here will be our entry. Okay. And once it hits that entry, it automatically, that's when our trade is going to be activated. And then it's going to shoot down to our take profit. That's what we're analyzing. That's what we're expecting when we put in the sell limit. Okay. Is that clear? If anybody needs me to explain it, again, unmute your lines. but it's the same thing as a buy limit. It's just now the numbers are flipped. Okay, because remember, when the market is low, we buy. When it's at a floor, we buy. When the market is at a ceiling, when it's high, we sell. Those are the main things you have to keep in mind when you're looking at your PIP numbers, right? That's the main thing you have to keep in mind. All right. Now, we talked about market execution. We talked about a buy limit. We talked about sell limits. All right, let's talk about a buy stop and sell stop. These are very simple trades to enter. Not too popular because, again, the market doesn't move just straight up or straight down, right? It has to, it needs some up and down movement before it gets to where it's going in most cases. Okay, so buy stops and sell stops are not that popular for pending orders, but you're still gonna see them. Okay, you're still gonna see them, and you need to know what they are and how to put them in. So let's talk about a buy stop. Let's talk about a buy stop. So with a buy stop, it also needs an entry. Okay, it also needs a price. Price equals entry. So it also needs an entry, and you have to put in a stop loss and take profit. All right. So let me explain what a buy stop is. I want you to think about it like this. I explain it like this, like a bus picking you up and dropping you off. Okay. So let's just say that we are, the bus is, you're standing on 87th Street and you want to get to 95th Street. Okay. So right now the bus is at 63rd Street. Okay. Is at 63rd Street. So we're starting at a lower number. So it needs to go higher up in number. So we already going into a buy. Okay. So the buses right now is at 63rd Street. It's driving up. Once it hits 87th Street, that's your entry. Okay. Once it hit 87th Street, it picks you up, it activates, and then it takes you all the way up to your take profit stop, which is 95th Street. Okay. So let's look at it in PIP numbers. Okay. Your entry is 46,673. Okay. Your take profit is 46,923. All right. So let's just say price is this red line that I'm moving. Price is doing this. So the first red line, 46,673, that's my entry. Okay. That is my entry for a buy stop. So this red line is where price is doing. This is where price is right now. Price is starting low. Okay. When price is low, we buy. Remember that. When price is low, we buy. So its price is moving up, moving up, moving up, moving up. Boom. It hits the entry. This is where your trade activates. That trade is going to keep moving up, moving up, moving up until it hits your TP. And that's where you take profit. So a buy stop simply starts at a level in the market. It moves up to moves straight up to your entry. And then takes you straight up to your take profit. That is the psychology behind a buy stop. Does that make sense to everybody? If that makes sense, drop some 5s in the chat box. If that makes sense. Drop some 5s in the chat box if it makes sense. If it does not, unmute your line. Feel free to ask a question. Okay, like I said, buy stop, sell stop's not that popular to place as a pending order. Unless you're very clear, you already get a level marked up, but you still need to know how to enter buy stops and sell stops. All right, cool. Everybody got it. Okay. Same thing applies with a sell stop. All right. So you're still standing at 87th Street. That bus, and you want to get to 63rd Street. Okay. The bus is at 95th. Okay. We starting at a ceiling. We starting at a higher number. That bus is at 95th Street. It drives down to 87th Street. Boom. That's your entry. It picks you up and takes you straight down to 63rd Street, which is your take profit. That's your destination. Okay. Starts at 95th Street, drives down to 87th, pick you up, That's your entry point. That's when you get it. That's when it's activated. Takes you down to 63rd Street, which is your take profit and your destination. That's how a sell stop works. All right. That's exactly how a sell stop and buy stop works. All right. So that's, if that's clear, we good. If not, unmute your lines. So we went over the different, pendant orders. We talked about market execution. You're going straight into the trade wherever price is. Okay, so you just need to set your stop loss and take profit. All right, buy limit and sell limit. They have to move in a certain movement in the market. It has to move up and down before it gets to an entry. Okay, that's what a buy limit and sell limit. Buy stop and sell stop just needs to move to your entry to take you up to your take profit, or move down to your entry to take you straight down to your take profit if it's going into a sale. All right. So if we're going in for a trade, market execution. All right, we're going for a trade market execution. All right, first thing we want to do is we want to pick the pair that we want. Okay, let's just say Bitcoin, BTC USD. Pick that pair, hit trade. Okay, set our trade as market execution. All right, next thing is our lot size. Make sure that's adjusted. If you have $100 in your account, you should be right where it's at, 0.01. Okay, if you have $1,000 in your account, you should be using a 0.10. You get 10 bands in your account, you should be using 1.00. Okay, and like I said, based on your trading plan, okay, based on your specific trading plan, for those that are already trading, that may be different based on what's in your account. Okay, but I'm just laying out the basics when it comes to copying and pasting. All right, first thing first, pick your pair. Make sure your order is set correctly. It's market execution. Make sure it's saying market execution. If you're trying to set for a buy limit, okay, if you want to put in a buy limit, you want to make sure it says buy limit, whatever that order is. Next thing, make sure your lot size is adjusted correctly. All right, and simply into the trade. Okay, if it's market execution, again, I just go straight in, and then I come back. And then I come back to adjust my stop loss and take profit. Okay. All right, so we just went over, for the basics. We talked about proper risk management, how to count pips, how to place a trade, knowing the difference between those pendant orders. Okay, knowing the difference between those pendant orders. And now we're about to talk about support and resistance. Okay, support and resistance. Somebody tell me, what is support? Is it my floor or my ceiling?
Floor.
Okay, it's my floor. Okay, and resistance will be my ceiling. Okay, now who's by a computer, or who knows how to mark up on their phone and want to share their screen and show me support and resistance? Show me how to find support and resistance. Anybody by their computer? Anybody? Just me?
I'll do it on my phone.
Okay. Let me make you a co-host. Where you at, Denise? Okay, here you go. All right, I made you a co-host. You can share your screen.
MetaTrader or in any or Trading View?
You can do it. I mean, you can do it on Trading View, whatever's easier for you.
Okay, hold on.
So family, while she's pulling it up, pretty much everything that we just went over are just the basics that you need to copy and paste. Okay, so when we have apps like Swipecoin, I Am Gold Cup, right? When we get these pro trader signals from Akil, these are the basics you need. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay. A lot of things that you want to know about trading. Well, how do I find my stop loss? Like, how do I find my own stop loss? That comes from being tapped in and being educated. Okay, it's because you know your stop loss is based on the next level of structure, either above or below your entry. Okay, so don't overcomplicate that part. If you're giving a stop loss and entry, just simply type it in. So what I gave you are just the basics to copy and paste. But to learn this, for this to be a lifetime skill set for you to take with you through life, you have to tap into your education to know personally how to find your take profit and stop loss. And what she's about to show us, support and resistance, plays a really big part in how you find levels and zones to determine what your stop loss and take profit is. Okay, but right now, what I want you to just pay attention to is how you identify levels of support and resistance. Remember, support is our floor. So we want to look for areas in the market where price has come and hit a floor, right? Has went up, but come back down to hit a floor. We want to look for those levels, okay? And when we're looking for resistance, we want to look at areas in the market where price has come up to hit and come back down. Come up.
It won't let me.
To hit. Huh?
It won't let me. It won't give me my long line.
There. What you looking for? Like the horizontal?
Yeah, I just put it in there.
Click the second one.
Click the screen one time, sis.
I did. Oh, there you go. I'm like, wait a minute. I know I done did this before. Hold on.
So tell me what you mark it up.
This UJ.
Mm-hmm.
And
What you just drop a line at? Is that an area of support or is just?
Oh, hold on. Let me find it. Let me find
I forget. Okay. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you do this. You just marked the good zone the first time, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it was. This right here.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I'm not trying, y'all. Y'all ain't hear that. So that bottom line is my floor.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of hit it. I'm moving to the left. It didn't hit that multiple times. Can y'all see that? It didn't hit that multiple times. And what was a ceiling turned into a floor. Why won't it? Jeez Louise. That's why. And then you got oh goodness, no, I'm gonna leave it. And that's a ceiling, that's a high point. But it's a zone within that zone, like right here.
It is.
Right here. That's a whole nother one right there.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be the floor. And then that top line will be the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna look left and see that that's a strong ceiling. Jeez. Look at that. And broken retested a few times. Above and below. Strong floor and ceiling. That's a good zone. How I say this?
It's just gonna stay on there.
It's gonna stay on there? Good. Mm-hmm. Good.
I kind of think I'm on the money too with that buy limit for Bitcoin. If
you definitely are, because Swipe Point just called it.
I'm on the money with that when I'm looking at the zones as we talking about support and resistance.
Swipe Point definitely just called a buy on Bitcoin and your Ethereum.
Okay.
I did it. Hey. Okay.
So that's support and resistance. Does everybody see that? If you don't see it,
let me go back.
If you don't see it, let me know.
See it?
Unmute your line if you don't see it. If you don't understand why she marked those areas as support and resistance. As a matter of fact, let me pull up TradingView and let me color code it to make it easier.
Ooh, right. See, why you ain't let me do that? I know I do that too.
You on your phone.
I like TradingView better. Hold on. If I can find it. Oh, there you go. What we looking at? What you want to look at? Bitcoin?
Yeah, you can pull up. Janice. Can she hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear her. Janice, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, I said Janice.
Oh, I thought you said Shanice. I'm sorry.
I'm talking to Janice Chef J. I don't know if she can hear me or not. Does anybody hear her talking? Oh, okay. Her phone must have died. Okay. So let me just show y'all. Let me just show you trading view real quick. All right, real quick. We're gonna just real quick find some levels of support and resistance. All right.
My bad, y'all. My phone definitely did just die.
Okay. Let me just show them real quick and then you can come back on. All right.
You got it.
All right. Let's look at it at Bitcoin. Okay. So my purple, let me make it green. Okay. So my green lines are going to indicate levels of support. Okay. I want to find points where where price has come and hit multiple times on the floor. Okay. Where it has come and hit multiple times to a level of support. Okay. Multiple times where it has come down to a lower level to hit support. Okay. It's hitting the floor and it's bouncing back up. Okay. It's hitting the floor, coming back up. It's hitting the floor, coming back up. It's hitting the floor, coming up. Okay. So that's how we find support. That's simply support. If that really does not make sense, if it does not make sense to you, unmute your line so we can talk through it. Please don't be afraid to unmute your line. Because Brandon Robb said something so important last week. He said he was a scholar in school, but he just, for the longest, he could not see support and resistance. He could not see it. So if you don't see it and you don't understand it right now, it's the time to really be asking those questions. I'm gonna give y'all some things to study too. But if you don't see it, unmute your lines. All right, so I assume everybody got it. So let me remove my drawings. Now let's find resistance, okay? Let's find resistance. I'm gonna make resistance red. Okay, so resistance is gonna be areas to where the price has come up and dropped, okay? High points, okay? Price has come up and dropped. Now, another way, I'm gonna tell y'all the easiest way for me to find support and resistance is I switch to my line charts, okay? Remember, when I'm going through the harmonic scanner strategy with you guys, finding the V tops and V bottoms, right? Look, that's right on the money, V top, okay? You got your V tops. That's helping you find your ceilings, okay? This is helping you find your ceilings, okay? And the good thing about it, guys, is you can do it right on the tools, okay? So let me go to harmonics, for example. So don't think that you have to go to trading view for that. You can do it right on your tools, and you should do it on your tools. Teaches that his password saved in everybody's computer, huh? What is going on? Okay, give me 1 second. Any questions while we're logging in? Any questions? Why are we doing that? No questions. Nobody. Everybody got this. Everybody is 100% clear
So
on
do you
everything.
suggest, I'm sorry, this is
Oh, go
Shavana.
ahead.
So do you suggest, because I like the line chart better when I'm trying to find the points. Is there really, in your opinion, is there really a need to change it back to the candle at that
Yeah,
point?
I do, because it then the candles just make it clear on what am I doing? Okay. The candles make it clear for you to see exactly where price is, especially when it comes to traditional forex. I mean, I know, like for example, like the tick chart and all that stuff. It's cool when we looking at HFX, because we don't need it to reach to a certain pip number. We just need to stay above and for it to stay above entry. But for me, when it comes to traditional forex, I do like to look at my candlesticks. Candlestick formation and all of that makes a big difference too. Candlestick patterns really play a big part. And when you're looking at your trades, and it kind of tells you, hey, this candlestick is indicating a reversal, or this candlestick is indicating that, you know, a bullish movement or a bearish movement is about to happen. So I just go to the line chart simply to find to find my high points and low points. Because now look, what's gonna happen is, let me just show you this since I'm trying to log in. All right, so now when I switch back to my candle chart, Sharana, it's already got my levels of resistance marked up for me. Okay.
Gotcha, okay.
So I don't want to keep it here, because then it's like, yeah, I see where price is, but what is it really doing? I want to come back to my candle chart.
Gotcha, okay.
You get what I'm saying? Okay. So that's that. Okay. We all know trends. Okay. We know how to mark our trend lines. Trends are important. Okay. All right. As we can see, trends are important. We can go down in time frames. We can adjust our trends. You know, Bitcoin about to look like it's about to do its thing and shoot up. And you can adjust your trends, and on different time frames, you can keep creating different trend lines. Okay. Creating channels. You know, I know Manny Q talked about that. Creating flags and channels within a trend. Okay. So different things that you can do when you're looking at your chart. Different things that you can do, but to find support and resistance, I just simply want to go to my line chart first to make it easier. If the candlesticks are a little hard for you to find it, if the candlesticks make it hard for you to see, going to the line chart is going to be the easiest way. Okay, it's very clear. Okay, this is a V bottom. You see that. Okay, and the same functionalities that we have on TradingView, family, you don't have to go to TradingView. Same functionalities you have on TradingView, you have on your tools within IM Academy. Okay, so just like how we switch from candle to line chart, you can do that on harmonic scanner, you can do it on DeLorean, you can do it on levels, you can do it on pivots. Okay, just how we found this line, mark this trend line just like that. You can find this on all of your tools. Okay. You even have text boxes within your tools. All right. All right. You just need to make some notes. You have that on your tools. So everything that you're looking at right now, I don't want you to think that you have to invest into anything on TradingView. It's all in your tools. All right. So we just went over the 5 basics. Proper risk management, talking about your lot sizes, how to count pips. Y'all know the difference on counting pips between traditional Forex pairs and crypto pairs, okay? You know the difference. You know how to properly place a trade. You know the difference between your market execution, buy stop, sell stop, buy limit, sell limits. You know the difference now, okay? And also now I just showed you how to find support and resistance. I showed you how to find support and resistance, how to identify your trends. Okay, these are the basics. These are the basics that you need. Starting Monday, when the Kill starts his trainings, okay, these are the basics that you need. When he throws out a trade, he throw out a trade on GJ, a buy limit for GJ, you know how to put in a buy limit, okay? It's gonna say entry, stop loss, and take profit. Entry is your price. That's what you will put in MetaTrader. Put in that stop loss and take profit that he gave you. Simple as that. As simple as that. So I hope this call helped you all. We're gonna have, of course, we're gonna have more calls. Akil said he locked in tight with us. So we definitely gonna have more calls. But we're gonna wrap this up because I've been on the call for 1 hour and 22 minutes. Traditional force can get deep. And I just want to lay out the foundation for you all. But I hope that helped. If it helped you all, drop some ones in the chat box if it helped you. If it gave you a deeper understanding, right, about what's about to happen, the things that you need to study, the things you need to look at, drop some ones.
1.
All right, family. So we're gonna wrap this call up. I did a couple other calls that I recorded that I feel like would be better. This call can be dropped too on YouTube, but T is definitely gonna pin and upload one of my YouTube videos, one of my Zooms to the YouTube channel so that you all can study. But literally, I'm gonna tell y'all just like this. If you log into your IM.center or IM Academy and go to your 4X Academy, everything that you need to know is there. It talks about support and resistance, okay? It talks about trend lines, okay? But most importantly, you can also go to Manny Q, because Manny Q put it into a boot camp. He put it into an 8-day boot camp where he talked about the history of trading, right? He talked about market participants. He talked about support and resistance, and not only did he talk about it, he actually demonstrated it. Okay, so everything that we talked about today, I don't want you to get into the habit of even studying me, because everybody look at the market different, and Manny Q made way more money than me in the market. So I want you all to get into the habit of going to your Go Live educators, going to your IM.center, watching those videos and really getting familiar. Like I told you before at the beginning of this call, the only way that you really gonna understand this, and the only way that you're gonna master this, you're not gonna copy and paste to 1 million. You have to study your way to 1 billion. And you don't have to put in a lot of time on studying because it's laid out with your mentors. But you can copy and paste to grow your account, to leverage your account. But if you really want to see millions, right? If you really inspired by the people that we're about to be in front of, Akil Bay and all the sauce he about to give you, he didn't just copy and paste. He studied, okay? He studied this information. So take Friday nights and put in an hour before you go have a drink. You know, before you go out with your boo-bae on Saturdays and Sundays, put in an hour. Or, you know, right before you go to bed, put in an hour of education. And don't come to these trainings alone. Come with your team, right? What good is it having a team or organization if you come into these trade calls alone, right? So heavy phone work has to be done as well before these calls. Hey, look, girl, I'm about to get some education. Look, bro, I'm getting some education. Hop on. And this is like the most important weekend to be on the call, on this call,